What up, Rivet Wars fans? How's it going? Well, today I'm doing something a little different for a video. I'm not exactly set up to do any more kind of Rivet Wars videos, but in the meantime, I've got some ideas to continue with the Rivet Wars content. Today, we're actually going to be looking over some pricing of Rivet Wars items. As you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be searching eBay to see what's out there and what the pricing is, and I'm just going to be giving my opinions on it. We're going to be going to some other places first. Just kind of looking at what's available, what's the price ranges, and whether or not it deserves to be at certain prices or not. Now, originally, Rivet Wars was somewhere around like $70 or 70 something dollars for the base set, the Eastern Front set, and the subsequent expansions were various types. As you know, there was the Kickstarter where you could get everything roughly around $320, give or take. That was a good thing that a lot of people jumped on. So we're probably going to be seeing bits of that as we look around and we start looking into and kind of reviewing what's out there. So enough of the intro. Why don't we jump right into it? All right. Oh, nope. I'm on my Facebook. I guess. Oh, this is a good shout out. If you haven't already, I do a lot of Rivet Wars content on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Landship. And that's the Landship Scorpios. So go ahead and give us a like. Also, if you haven't checked it out yet, or if you're new, you can always find me at the Landship Scorpios YouTube channel. I don't have a cool thing for that yet. I need about I think 100 subscribers before I can get a custom URL. Which we're up to 21. That's amazing. I've been meaning to do small videos as we go on for 10 subscribers, my first subscriber, etc. But we're up to 21, so I guess this is the first time I get to actually acknowledge it and say, woohoo, way to go, guys. Steampunks, Rivet War fans, and people from events that I've gone to. It's great for your support, and we're having a great time making videos and everything. So if you haven't already, I guess you can check out my latest video. I went to the Nashua Comic Fest, and it was kind of an all or nothing. I did the Steampunk 101, and I did some Rivet Wars demos and things. So nice and fun. All right, why don't we go ahead and get right into it. So I went right to the source, went to Cool Mini or Not's page, their store, right on their website. And I'm looking at the Rivet Wars section. So as you can see some of the, I think you can see some of the original pricing. So for Rivet Wars Eastern Front, the core game, we have about $100 was its original price. Spearhead was around 70. War Room was about 30. But as you can see right now, if you go right to their website, you can pick it up, the Eastern Front core game, for about $60. You've got Spearhead for around that 42. Where I would look is the core game for about $60. Second Wave, which is about $50, $48. Where's Battle of Brighton? Battle of Brighton was originally $80. It's now down to about $48, which is a good solid price, I would guess. Some of these should probably be a little bit lower. They're about 23 and 14. Thing is, I don't want to push them lower. We want the game to succeed. But this is a good place to go and find most of the expansions. They still have several bits in stock. It looks like the most in stock is Spearhead. So I would definitely take a look into that if you have the time. But they've got decent amounts. It looks like Battle of Brighton is the most that they have at the moment, but they have about a little bit under 300 left. So this is a good place to look. It's got them all there. If you're just getting into the game, we can look. But let's go see what else we can find out there. So the next stop I'm stopping at is Amazon. Normally, I do not suggest you go through Amazon, but let's face it, they can sometimes have some good deals. So Rivet Wars Eastern Front, right off the bat, we got about $62.25. So it hasn't gone down too much. It's a little bit more expensive than right on their website. Let's go in and look at this real quick. So we've got about 20 customer reviews. Are any of them mine? I feel like I did review Rivet Wars, but I feel like I might not have. They got 2 left in stock. That's very interesting for this price. It looks like it's free shipping, so that might be where some of that price comes from. They're probably keeping it low and competitive, but they're trying to get that free shipping to get people up in it. And it's got a lot of really good reviews, so that's definitely decent. Let's see if I show up in any of these reviews. I feel like I would have reviewed it. No, I didn't. So I'll be making a review after this video, actually, because I want to make sure that I'm definitely doing a lot of reviews and getting involved. So there's that. Let's see what else we got. We got Second Wave. It's still up there for about $80. Heavy Metal still up there for about $45. Battle of Brighton for $132.12. Wow. Wow, that is really expensive. That is really expensive. As we can say, the original price was only about $80, and it was about $47.99 now. So that's really expensive. That's definitely not competitive by any means. We got about a $70 spearhead. So this is a little bit rarer. So the treasure hunter, as some of you know, was not a part of the Kickstarter, and it's not a normal part, although I think it became a little bit more abundant than it was meaning to be. Because what ended up happening was it was supposed to be a convention exclusive. It was kind of given out as more of a promotional item. It was given out for Legionnaires who did a certain amount of demos and things. I actually never got one through the Legionnaire program doing demos, but it was very prominent like that. And then it came up on Amazon, and it came up a few other places. I think some people got it as a promotional item and then decided to just sell it and try to figure out what the price was. So at the time when it first came out, it got really abundantly popular, and then it you kind of see them hanging around. They're not selling as much as they used to. The treasure hunter isn't an amazing unit on the board. He's very unique, and he's definitely cool to have, and completionists are going to want to have him. So I mean, you can see here there's about 2 left. It's about $20. I think that's pretty good, especially since considering the rarity or perceived rarity. So it's definitely probably a good price. What is this? Whoa, okay. We got $634.53 plus $3.99 shipping on what appears to be a spearhead. Let me look right into this. Why would you sell this? What is going on? Is it painted? That's really expensive. I'm going to actually ask the seller why they're charging so much. That's a ridiculous amount. So things like that you need to keep an eye out for. There's definitely worth to this game, and there's definitely, wow, look at this one, $446.43. So why don't we give up on Amazon? Why don't we get over to eBay? The reason for the video. So we're going to be on eBay. Let me just refresh. So now we're on eBay. This is where the aftermarket is. I always keep an eye out because you always see some cool stuff every now and then. And I'm always on the lookout for a few things. At the time of this video, right off the bat, we have a Remy Funk. Remy Funk and the Baron are very popular on eBay. They come and go. But I always notice that they're up in the 50s. What happens is no one buys. And what you're going to notice is a lot of these when I make comments on them is just no one's buying them. I've seen a lot of these up for a long time, for almost a year, several years at this point, and no one's buying them. You need to lower these prices. It's bad for the community, and it's bad for you who's selling it. So let's continue on. All right, let's move on. So we have Remy Funk for about $35 with free shipping. I don't think that's bad, especially with the rarity. I think once these actually go and fans start getting back into the game, or when new people get into the game, you're going to see a lot of these Kickstarter exclusives disappear. But they're just really good, fun units to have. I would say, you know, it's a little bit more expensive than my blood would take, but I would say if you can afford it, I think 35 is decent. If you see these things around 20 or below 20, I would hop on that as quickly as you can. Let's jump down again. We see the treasure hunter that's around. This is about $20.95 or best offer. Depending on the price of shipping, I wouldn't think that you would be underselling him for paying about $20 for it with the price of shipping, depending on what that was. So your best offer would be whatever shipping was, that $20 minus whatever shipping is. I think you'd be good with that. Spearhead for around $54.95. Again, we're in a decent area. Mint or not, I think that Spearhead should be cheaper. I think that buying anything over maybe $35 for it is a bit ridiculous. Rivet Wars Heavy Metal, that's still up. I mean, look, list price, $114.99. Where was that price ever? That is a ridiculous price. And $71.59 is about where it should be back in its heyday. That needs to be cheaper. That just needs to be cheaper. But $74.19, again, that list price is too much for that list price. We got $74.19. I think it needs to be a bit cheaper. But at least we're not looking at something ridiculous. Here's something that's nice to see. This is kind of funny. Rivet Wars Eastern Front board game, new sealed, but it's open in the picture. It's not sealed if it's open in the picture. Obviously, you've got a picture offline or something to show it off. But that's a little bit hilarious. I always find that hilarious. The main picture is it being open. $60, not bad compared to 100. I think that's doable. Oh, good. I was hoping there were some of these left. So we've got Battle of Brighton for about $60, but it's painted. Look at this. I love when these show up. They're usually a little rich for my blood, and I feel bad because I'd buy them in an instant, but I need them cheaper. I really would buy them. I do need them cheaper. And I understand there's a lot of effort, there's a lot of skill, there's a lot of worth in these painted rivets that are up for sale, especially one that I hope is still up when we make it a little bit further down. But I mean, I cannot afford them. But this guy, look at that. He's got the plugs going the wrong way. But we got some, that's a beautiful blue for the Blight. That's pretty nice. That's really nice. Nice painted rivets, Battle of Brighton. Base cost, Battle of Brighton, it's $59.95, so that's a good deal, and they're beautifully painted. I would say that that's a good deal. That's a good deal. Again, not for me if it was a little bit cheaper, but I think it's a good deal. $16.20 free shipping. Treasure Hunter, good deal. Good deal. $50. I think it's a good deal. It's a nice sealed brand new game. I think $50 is a good deal. Again, I think it'll be a little bit cheaper, but it's a good deal. Terrain pack is fantastic. I think it's a must-have for anyone who's serious about the game. It does give a little bit more visual nuance to the game, and I think it kind of helps that pops out. $30 for it, though. I feel like you could do better. I really do. I feel like $25 is a good solid price for it, especially right now. It's not in its heyday. We don't know when that Western Front Kickstarter is coming in, so this is going to have to be, I mean, the game as it is going to have to do, and the market's just not there. I think you'd do better at a 25. I truly do. Here we have another one at about $80. With some Kickstarter exclusives. Let's take a look. Actually, I think I judged this one too soon. So we got about $80, and it says some Kickstarter exclusives. Let's look through the pictures. We got the Veteran. All right, yeah, we got some Kickstarter exclusives in there. The Vet, Baby Girl, Man in Charge, Dr. Vorn, Lieutenant Dora Roland. It's not a Kickstarter or con exclusive. It's really not. She's in Dora Roland. She's in Spearhead. Dr. Vorn, also not Kickstarter con exclusive. He's in War Room. But I mean, still, let's take it from where we are. Man in Charge, Baby Girl, the Vet. Those are good Kickstarter exclusive ones to have. It's expensive to ship. So what's shipping? Ooh, that'll be a big one. Oh, it's free shipping. It's all that plus free shipping. I think this is based on how much you want those Kickstarter exclusives. I think this is a decent deal. This is decent. Some of the random ones that it's a little bit of false advertising, but I don't think it's his fault. I don't think he knows. He may not be too big of a fan to know that they came in other things. He probably got it from the Kickstarter and is now going through his stuff. It appears to be in good condition. I would say that this is a decent deal. It just depends on how much you want. Baby Girl, Man in Charge, and the Veteran. Moving on with Kickstarter exclusivity, we have Rosie the Riveter. By far, one of the best neutral units. We're looking at about $20 for the buy it now. How much is shipping? Let's take a look. $4.54 US shipping. It's about $5. So only about $25. Again, this is based on how much you want it. I would say $25 is decent if you didn't have it. Again, because how often are these coming up? Not very often. The market's low and eBay's slowing down. I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff up forever. This listing, it says new listing, but I think I've actually seen this listing for a while, which is weird. Or it keeps coming down. It keeps being put back up. I would say that this should, I would jump on it. If it was like 15 or 10, I would jump on it. So worth it. But I would just be careful with these Kickstarter exclusives. People think just because they're Kickstarter exclusive, they deserve more wealth. But I think it's a little bit offsetting because they're not the most amazing units, except for Atomic Robo. They're not amazing, and I think that should be kept in mind. So moving down, another ridiculous one. Cool Mini Rivet Wars Blitzkrieg box, Kickstarter exclusive box for $250 on its own. I can tell you right now, this is not worth it. But I'll talk about what's in it. So it comes with a comic. It comes with some patches, some stickers, some extra damage markers, the Rivet Wars dice. I did get one of these when I paid for my Kickstarter box on eBay. Basically, this is what it looks like when you open it up. It's got a tray of all those kind of extra things, and then you've got all this. So it comes with reinforcement extra units, which was a Kickstarter exclusive, with some alt sculpts for Uncle Rivet, Terra Nova, Cruel Mini, and the Iron Chancellor. So some extras are in there. It also comes with a lot of the Kickstarter exclusive people. 30 extra infantry, 4 rocket bikes, 5 mono wheels. That's 5 rocket bikes, 5 mono wheels. I counted. Cruel Mini, Man in Charge, Iron Chancellor, R100, Rosie the Riveter, Terra Nova, the Vet, Uncle Rivet. Because of those Kickstarter exclusives and everything, you need to understand my problem is that this is a great thing, especially, again, how much is that extra Kickstarter exclusives worth to you? But this is $250 plus shipping. This is way overpriced. Way overpriced. That's almost its own, the entire Kickstarter. If that's not coming with the base game, that's just a ripoff. And I truly believe this is just a ripoff. That needs to be way cheaper. I would say Kickstarter exclusives on its own, it's worth the price of the base game when it came out. I would say $70. Pushing $100 again, however much you want those Kickstarter exclusives. But over $100, that's getting really greedy. I don't see that selling at all. $60. Let's skip ahead. We're going to talk about this later. The little bits guy, Hordo Bits. We're going to talk about him later. He's been there since the beginning. He's ridiculous. $70 Red Baron. Again, how much do you want them? I don't think they're worth that. I think that needs to be in the 30s easily. It needs to be under 50. And I think in the 30s easily. Even with free shipping, that's just not worth it. I don't see it. Almost a $200 Battle of Brighton. Oh my God. This is way too much. I'm not even going to look at it because I want to get to some others. But this is way too much. Way too much. Look, we go a little bit further down, and we have ourselves an entire bunch with Battle of Brighton, 120. We're going to get to that. But, like, again, that's way too much. You got to look at what your competition is, where it's going elsewhere, and what the value is. There's value in this game. That's just a ripoff. And let's go to this. I really hope the guy who's selling this is watching this video. I want extra of these. I think the fact that they come with 3 and 3 is really rude, specifically for the zombies. I feel like there need to be way more zombies. I can't really do any zombie takeover scenarios without having more of these units. And I really wish I could have more. So I'm always on the lookout for more. But look at this, $125 for 6 units that aren't amazing. They're very unique. They can't take objectives. There were Kickstarter exclusives thrown in at the end, and this is just someone trying to take advantage of that. You don't even get free shipping. He's got $4 shipping on there for U.S. shipping. This is just a ripoff. I really hope you're watching it because I really do want this. I'm interested in buying these, but that's just a rip-off. I would say $30, $50, maybe more. Many people who got the Blitzkriegs got this free, or I think maybe a lot of people who did Kickstarter got this free. It was kind of a thrown in at the last minute kind of deal. I believe it went out to almost everyone. It was a really nice thing, and they're really good, interesting units, and they're respected on their own, but that's just so much. This is blatantly rip-off. Someone out there might be willing to pay it. I really hope no one is. This is almost mean to a fandom, and I really hope that the seller is watching, because it's not worth it, buddy. It's not worth it. That needs to easily be $30 to $50. 50, maybe 60. I would say you're ripping it off. But over 100 is a rip-off. You're ripping people off. It kind of upsets me a little bit. If you're watching, my offer's 35 to 40. I'd buy them for 35 to 40. Again, not because they're worth it, but because, I mean, my things with the game, I'm interested in it. I've really been looking for it. It's hard to find them. It really is. But, I mean, you're just ripping people off at this point. I'm not going to spend too long on this. We have a base game, terrain pack. We got Battle of Brighton, and we've got Second Wave for 120. I think this is a core set, a truly core set for someone getting into Rivet Wars. It's $120, probably plus shipping. It's bidding, so there's no bids at the moment. But I think if you're new and you're getting into Rivet Wars, this is not a bad set for you. I feel like this is kind of all of Rivet Wars in one eBay package. I really feel like, again, the market's just not there. It might be worth it, but I mean, $100, a little bit under, I think you'd see this selling a little bit easier. But it's a decent price if you're looking into it. If you're starting out and you want to get into it, I think this is a good place to start. This is a good, solid investment. How about 120? I think you can do better if you stick around, look around. But again, it depends on how much you're willing to do. The 120 is decent. 60, 35, $105.99. Free shipping, new in box. I'm sorry, it's not going to sell. It's not going to sell. $71.59. You know my feelings on it. $25.09. You'll probably sell it. You know my feelings on it. But look at this original price of $40. Someone was just ridiculous. That's just a ridiculous pricing. $50. All right, this is so cool. I really want it, but I cannot justify spending $50 on it right now, plus shipping. But this is a cool mini demo mat. It's a very simple. It's not even a full tiles worth of space. Like it's kind of a tile plus one row. It's I'm assuming for demos. It's got all this information here on the side. Let's go take a look at a better picture of it down here. So there we go. So you have all this information down here on the side. Victory point counter right here on the game pad. You've got the term the attack order right there. You'd spawn units, and you go, and it's got this kind of built into the map of a strategic objective. It's a simple map. It'd be great for demos. It's kind of small. It doesn't take up too much space. I would love to have this. I really would. $50. It's super unique. It's probably from a Cool Mini or Not employee. It's unique, and it's probably worth the $50. I just don't have the money for it right now. I would probably buy it around 20 if I had money to spend on that. It's really cool. It'd be really useful in my demos. But again, I just feel like it's not priced right. And it's not used for, it's not for normal games. You wouldn't just take that out. And depending on how it's made, if it is a mat, it wouldn't be very useful. You're just not going to end up using it. It's a demo mat, and I would love to have it, but you're not gonna end up selling that. So I would say that needs to be cheaper. But it's cool. It's cool to see. I really like looking at eBay for this reason. All right, let's go look at these. So this is another one where I'm kind of torn. So it's a Rivet Wars core box set for about $225 right now is the bidding, and it's a buy now of $300. What are you thinking? It's free shipping, but it's like, what are you thinking? Well, this is a painted one, and this is amazingly painted. So let's go look at these real quick. So this is it. Look at the detail. This is someone who really took the time to paint these really nice. And oh, they look amazing. Look at some of these units. Look at the detail into them. They were able to take really good photos of all the detail. I love it. I really do love it. I'm sorry that someone's giving it away, and I would love to have these. Look at the detail, the dirt on the stands and everything. I would love to have them. I can't justify spending that much money. I really can't. I mean, look at how much that is. $225 for a core base set. Now, it's beautifully painted, and I truly believe that there is worth in art. And I truly believe that this is worth the price. I really do. It is a beautifully painted set. And I 100% say it's worth the price. I just don't think it's going to sell. I really don't believe it'll sell. Again, if it was cheaper and I had the money and I had the support for the channel, this would be beautiful to have for the channel. It'd be beautiful to have for demos, and it's worth every penny. But I would be considered getting it, but it's way too expensive. But let me look at those models. It's beautiful, and it's on there if you want it. But it's just not there for me. War Room expansion for $60. I'm sorry, $56. This is another, just someone not paying attention. It's not worth that much. Definitely not. That is a $20, $25 expansion at the moment. Again, we look at the original price of it. We've got it up at $30 for its original price. $17.99 at the moment, under $20. It's someone's just not paying attention. It's not going to sell. Pay attention. $70 Remy Funk. I mean, come on. You know my views on this. You know my views on this. Just come on. $76.81. No. No. $20 Rosie the Riveter. Buy it now. New sealed. I don't know how much shipping is. You know my views on this. $54.40. It was $68. I just don't believe it'll sell. It needs to be a little cheaper. $78. I mean, look at all the others we just went through. It needs to be cheaper. Oh. Nope. Nope. I mean, it's not bad. It is $50 plus free shipping. So see, this kid's probably taking a hit. It's probably worth it if all the pieces are there. It's up to you. It's really up to you. $32. I don't think it's there. But I mean, it's up to you. It is a cool expansion to have. $12.85. This is probably right. It's just extra tiles. I actually have a grievance with this. It actually comes with an extra scoreboard tile. Why? Why do that? I would prefer an extra blank tile or an extra straight tile to an extra scoreboard tile. This is a little too much. It's a little too much. 25, 20. This is not going to sell. Maybe one day when there's nothing else selling. But, I mean, you know my views on this. Come on. All right, maybe it's time to talk about this guy. He'll be more towards on the second page. There's a lot of his stuff. I don't agree with it. I don't know what he did. I don't know what they did or what they thought they did. They must have gotten a hold of a few copies of the game or got hold cheap, stripped them, put them into pieces, and tried to sell the pieces by themselves. And they've been slowly going down in price, but these used to be amazingly expensive for like 1 or 2 units. At the moment, this says was $16.99. Again, no one's going to pay that. It's now at $13.25. I don't think anyone's going to pay that. I've considered getting some Schlitten and some 65-pounders to help boost the armies a little bit. But, I mean, no one's going to pay for that. And you can just get another set. I feel like it's hard to get more of those, but no one needs more. There's enough stuff out there that you can find to get more rocket cycles and mono wheels and things. Schlitten and 65-pounders is probably more like it, but there'll be other bits that I'm like, really? If it was $10 or under, I might buy it. But it's not. It's not. I don't think it's going to sell. And it was definitely not going to sell back at its original price. He had them over $30 for some of these, and I was like, you have to be smoking something. $2.99. That's probably perfect. If you want an extra guy to paint, there he is. Buy him now. $2.99. $3. $4. Extra guy. Someone want to paint him? Send him into me. Nope. Oh, do I even have to comment on these? I mean, come on. All 3 of these currently. Cheaper. The market isn't there. I believe there's worth here. It truly is, except for the Spearhead one. That's ripoff. But I mean, I believe that there's worth here for this game. I don't think the market's here at the moment. Not until a Western Front expansion or a Kickstarter is announced or there's some movement on it. Like, it's just not going to happen. $3 Koenig. Paint him up. Who wants this? $4 for a stat tile, 2 stat cards, and then what is that? A bunch of replacement cards? Is this a bunch of action cards? That might be all that it's worth. It's $3.89. I mean, come on, that's not $12 for that. I would pay $4 for an extra hacksaw turret, an extra Der Cyclops. Actually, put them both together. I'd pay $5 for both of them put together, and that's my deal to you. I don't know why these ones are a little bit more expensive, maybe because of their usefulness. But I mean, if you want extra, if you just want extra tiles, $7.79. We looked at the tile pack. This is probably the only thing you got right. Is the 9 just by themselves, the tiles, for $7.79. That's probably very good. Now, I always tell people to get the 3D tile pack if you want more tile things. But I mean, if you just want more and you need more or something and you just don't know where to go, I think $3.11 is decent. They're cardboard 2D things. That's probably overpriced. But I mean, when the alternative is buying another game, that's probably decent. And this is just dice. They're not even the Rivet War dice. So it's just dice. It's up to you. You can get cheaper dice. I don't know why you'd specifically want the default brown dice and not like the Rivet War dice, but it's just dice. All right, well, with that, we've kind of gone through everything. There wasn't any Kickstarter bundles out today. I think the last one just closed or it was bought. But but I thought there was going to be at least one that we could talk about. Look, I get it. Here's my 2 cents on Kickstarter bundles. I didn't have any to show today, but usually they're about 300, anywhere from about 290 to like 350. I've seen some for $400. Look, people, look, we get it. You spent $300 for the Kickstarter. It comes with a lot of Kickstarter exclusives. There's a lot of game there for $300. But just because you want your money back doesn't mean you're going to get your money back. I've seen them stand up for months at a time. And then I don't know what people do with them. Craigslist them? Donate them? Get rid of them? I don't know what you do. They never lower in price. They sit up for $300 forever. And then either someone comes around and is desperate enough to buy them, or they don't get bought. And also, I think that you're better off piecing out your Kickstarter exclusives. For people like me, who are looking for the alternate infantry and for the art book and for more zombies and things and decently pricing them than you are for trying to get $300 for your Kickstarter bundle. I get it. You paid good money, and there's worth in the game. It is worth $300. It's probably a steal, but it's not going to sell. It's time to liquidate your stuff. You're moving on. You don't have space for it. Whatever the deal is, think about how you're going to sell it and how it's going to affect someone. Your core box set, you're not going to get your 70, 80. You're not going to get your $100 for it. You're not getting your money back. It's time to send it on. Your Kickstarter exclusives are not worth $250 on their own. It's not how that works. You gotta work with us. You have to, because I mean, we're just as poor as you. We just love the game more. I also take anyone who's still really into Rivet Wars, who might want an extra Remy, or who might want something extra or unique, to check on here. I'm always on the lookout for things like Mountaineer Soldier, the toys, the art book on its own. Hey, if I can get something cheap, it's a good deal. I bid on a few Eastern Front box sets. They come up starting at like $5 or $10. I think I lost the bid, but I think it went for like 20 something. And I just am not in a position right now after the move to spend that much on something I already have. But like, I'm hoping to get, if I can get it cheap enough, I would love to do giveaways and things, or do giveaways at demos, or gift them to some of my friends who are super interested in it. I mean, I would love to do stuff like that. The money's just not there. So with that, that's the end of this video. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you want more Rivet Wars content, do subscribe. Hey, if Rivet Wars isn't your thing, but you want more steampunk content and stuff, I'm not going to have any room to really set up and do some Rivet War videos in the traditional sense of what I was doing. But I will be doing some steampunk videos coming up, talking about steampunk and talking about different things that I enjoy about steampunk. Also, hope they're okay. Also, doing more events. There's a lot of events coming up, and as you can notice, I'm doing a lot of event videos here. Check them out. I go to a lot of events. I'm doing a lot of Rivet Wars cosplay, some World War I steampunk stuff, which is pretty cool. If you like Battlefield, I do Battlefield videos, and I try to keep up on those because it's easy to record that while I'm playing. So it's easy. If you want more, like, subscribe, comment, be nice to one another, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Do you have some items that you want to get rid of? Check down in the description. There's a list of items I'm looking for here on my channel. Do private message me, get in contact with me. I'm looking for things like the art book. I'm looking for things like the Mountaineer toy, the action figure that came out that I missed. I'm looking for alternate infantry, Munchin guards, and McLeod guards. There was a special set that came with just them. I'm interested in getting them. Do you just want to donate your stuff and is like going to Savers too far? Hey, if you want to give me your stuff for free, I'll even pay for shipping. The more I can do, the better. Let me know, and it all goes to helping out the channel. I can even do some other things to help out to get people interested in the game. community in the area. And if you're in the New England area, join on Facebook the New England Rivet Wars group. We're doing a lot of stuff on there for the New England Rivet Wars. Trying to organize some games, maybe a tournament, do some more. Also, every Tuesday, make Rivet great again. Show your Rivet Wars pride every Tuesday with hashtag Rivet Wars, hashtag Cool Mini or Not, hashtag Make Rivet Great Again. Fan art. Show me a scenario you made. Show me anything and everything that you do Rivet Wars. Maybe a video of you and your kids playing or you and your local team playing. Let's show them that the community is still out there and is still going strong and is still trying to make this great game continue on. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.